you're a winner. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, no, you're not. You're a loser. And now, but not from Norwich, ladies and gentlemen, it's Gameshow Losers. I'm a loser. Fingers on the buzzers now. Here's your start of a 10. Which H endured some family misfortunes?
Oh, my God.
It's the hapless Harrises from Kent. Who didn't have a prayer on the weakest link?
David.
David.
It was the Reverend David Smith. Goodbye. And which college graduated with dishonor with the all-time low score on University Challenge?
I want to be as kind to you as I possibly can, but it's a terrible score.
I'll have to hurry you.
Bong.
It's Cambridge. And we've got lots of other prize losers consigned to the dusty bin of quiz show history.
Isn't he sweet?
But first, Britain's bravest loser.
It's the right answer, you got £100. It's the right answer, you got £500. It's the right answer, you got £1,000.
It's so easy, but I can't do it.
This is Duncan Bickley, making his first nervous return to the very spot where he threw away £218,000.
But I'm no fool, in the lap of the dawn.
It seems a lot bigger with nobody in it. When people are sat around you, it's a bit like the arena at Rome with the Christians being fed to the lion.
He was one of the great players, and I thought he was there, when I'm sure half the country thought he was there, and actually wanted him to win. You got £32,000.
I wanted to be the first person to win £1 million. My strategy was I must get 32,000, and then it was anything else is bunks.
You just won £64,000.
Go for it. So that's what I did.
You just won £125,000. You tried to go that one extra step, and you thought he would probably win £1 million. You just won £250,000.
Duncan was oozing confidence as the stakes got higher.
I felt very comfortable. I felt fairly in control.
Have a look at that one.
It's good here, isn't it?
It's very, very, very good.
My demeanour changed when I got the final question. My instant reaction is, I don't know the answer to this.
What was the name of Amy Johnson's plane in which she flew solo to Australia in 1930?
This is serious now. I've got to make the decision.
Achilles.
Do I go for it because I'm that close, or do I take the money and walk away?
Pegasus.
I never said I was going to take the money. I was only here to win £1 million.
Hercules.
I can live with the decision I took.
Jason.
But if I'd not guessed and I'd been right, I couldn't have handled that at all.
Take as long as you need. It's worth $500,000, the most anyone's ever won in the UK on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
The question led you into believing that the aircraft was named after a Greek hero, and I never actually considered that it might have been named after something else.
The lady next to me kept saying in my ear, he's not going to gamble it, he's not going to gamble it. I said, I don't know.
Let's go 50-50.
Okay. Computer, take away 2 wrong answers, please. Leave Duncan the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer.
This is getting very close to $1 million. This is getting very exciting.
It's got to be Pegasus, isn't it? But
His instincts seemed like, you know, he knew what he was doing, and he was chancing it. Oh my God! Why has it got to be Pegasus?
Pegasus has had wings, winged horse. Jason had nothing to do with flying, did he?
He teetered for a while and asked himself the questions that we were all asking at home.
Is it worth gambling?
I would have taken the money and run a long time before.
You've got £250,000 at the moment. You lose £218,000 if you're wrong.
It's only money, isn't it?
It's quite a lot of only money.
Millions of people watching going, I don't know the answer. Or is it, it must be what he's saying, it must be.
Pegasus.
When he went for Pegasus, I thought, yeah, go on, final answer. Final answer.
Yes.
And I looked down and it was wrong, and I thought, oh no. And now I've got to tell the guy, you know. You just lost. £218,000. The answer is Jason. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Duncan, it's the wrong answer.
The correct answer was Jason, and although Jason hadn't anything to do with flying, the name Jason was made up from bits of the name of Amy Johnson.
As you said, it's only I feel absolutely dreadful. I don't know how you feel. Give him a huge hand. Duncan Bickley goes away. I thought he was there tonight.
It really sort of brings you down instantly. Not that I'd lost any money, but just that that was the end of the run, and I was going to have to get up and walk off. And I wasn't going to get a question for £1 million. Chris was really gutted. He actually said something he shouldn't have said as I walked off.
Certainly, under my breath, I'm sure I said rude words, and he certainly did, you know. And the audience thinking, oh, you know, I'm sure they did.
Believe me, life goes on and on and forgive me when I ask you where do I belong. You say you can do it, you can do it.
What's it like coming back in here? It must be like, oh, God.
I wanted to be remembered to be the first guy to win £1 million. I didn't do that. I got remembered. An unrepeatable moment.
This is the moment our competitors have been waiting for. In part 2, we'll tell you how to get on a quiz show and increase your chances of winning the star prize.
Have you got a mink coat?
Whether it's worth winning or not.
Let's have a look at this game's star prize.
The set of personal walkie-talkies.
A lovely St. Bernard dog. Come on down to Spennymoor, home to two quiz show queens who excel at being average.
In general, I'm not very good. That's being honest. I'm not an academic. It's more the game shows that I'm interested in. But then even on a lot of those, I haven't won. I've still come away with a T-shirt or a mug, but I've still had a nice time. Now, Eileen, who's done a bungee jumping here, do you think?
I've been looking round.
Uh-huh.
Have you?
What about abseiling? No. Jumped out of an aeroplane? What's the most exciting thing you've done in Spennymoor?
Barbara and her friend Eileen have a 30-year history as game show competitors, but it's been one long conveyor belt of booby prizes. They love just being there and have become game show evangelists, spreading the word. Consonant, vowel, consonant.
Now, it would mean nothing to anybody else but Eileen and myself. We just love everything like this.
That is the typical application.
Some of the things I think they seem to like on the forms, encounters with famous people. For example, I used to take in Freddie Starr's washing. It's quite true. I used to do full weeks cabaret in Spennymoor at the Top Hat Club. And when I was at school at sixth form, I used to work in the dry cleaners.
And another thing, you know Bruce Oldfield? Spennymoor, yes? Well, he's had a wee in my nana's toilet. Hooray!
You've really got to put down all of the quirky bits about you to make them want to interview you. Have you ever yawned and your jaws clicked? Well, mine completely dislocated. So I was like, I can't close my mouth.
I love this about Barbara. This is such a funny story. When yawning, you go...
Yes.
Her jaw became unhinged and she couldn't close her mouth.
And Dale Winton picked up on that one on the show.
I had to write down
But
that
your
I
husband was
couldn't close.
delighted.
It was absolutely overjoyed, yes. So I had to go to hospital. You are... I've just got that.
Because you weren't talking,
yes,
that's
exactly.
why.
He thought that was hilarious.
But on one show, even Barbara fell way short of the standard expected of a real loser.
We'd like you to name something that comes out at night.
The moon.
It's the top answer.
Name something that uses microchips. Name it.
Fish fryer.
What a girl should know about a man before she marries him.
His name.
His what?
Name.
His name.
Name a polite word or phrase people use to curse. Rachel.
Okay.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
Food often stuffed.
Turkey.
I've watched Family Fortune since I was tiny. And it's been a lifelong ambition to get married in order to go on Family Fortune. You're standing on the stage and you're very excited, and I wasn't really at all nervous, and Les Dennis came walking towards me.
And the first family that we're about to meet tonight are the Harris family. Mia, how are you doing?
All right, Leslie. And in that second, if you'd have asked me my name, my age, I couldn't have told you who I was, because my mind just went completely.
Hey, Mia, come and meet Bobby.
Despite her nerves, Mia somehow managed to get to the buzzer first.
We asked 100 people to name anything that you can cross. Mia.
Your legs.
They told us to say things that were funny, basically. That was the idea, so.
Yeah.
One of them was noise your neighbour makes.
Too loud, Matt?
Headboard banging against the wall.
Headboard banging against the wall.
Names ain't you like two of.
Matt?
Two lovers.
My husband wants two lovers, you know.
Two lovers.
But for Mia's in-laws, things were going down the tube before they even walked on the set.
They send you forms and you can tick what prizes you want. Well, I happened to be away at the time, and my husband, instead of ticking yes to the things I wanted, he ticked no.
You've just cleaned up, Brenda. You've bagged a top-of-the-range vacuum cleaner.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I was thinking, oh, God, no, you know. I've already got one.
Once the family go into a huddle, everybody's firing things. You can't really listen and concentrate. We knew the answers, we just went for the wrong ones.
Name something associated with the 60s. Eileen.
The Beatles.
The last question was something associated with the 60s. The instant the question came out, my mind was like, miniskirt.
Harris's, you need to get your heads together because you need some money to get back into the game. Alan, what do you think?
Stones.
OK, we're looking for the Stones.
I came through the 60s and we said miniskirt and we said the mini and all that between us in the little group. And I said, no, mods and rockers, it's got to be. And we went with that.
You're going to go with mods and rockers?
If mods and rockers is there... No, Stones!
1 minute it was there, next minute we was walking away as losers, basically.
The defeated Harrises could only watch as their opponents then rubbed it in by hoovering up a fortune.
Let's see, now we're going for the car. You said tennis. Our survey said... Yes!
We won the £5,000, the car, we won everything.
They did, yeah, they...
Cleared up, didn't they?
£18,877 total.
Even though you're against the other team, and they were obviously, they beat us, and we've lost one, and we still didn't feel gutted. I'm so excited for them. Not until the next morning you think, £18,000, you know, like, that could have been me.
Not just the next day. To be honest with you, for the next week, fortnight, you're still on a downer, or I was.
Even my little boy was walking around going,
But at the end of the day, we all said we wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Oh, no.
I no longer watch for the families that win. I'll watch for the families that are like us, that walk away with no points, or like £58 on the board, and then you say, we're not the only ones.
But no one loves a loser as much as the hardened game show professionals, with their eyes firmly on the star prize.
Well, there's the lovely Sharon. Who's on the show with us tonight, please?
In the middle we had David Webb and Wendy Lydgate from Wokingham in Berkshire.
Your opponents, the other contestants, you know, are your enemies.
And next to me we have Graham and Norma Stanley from Prestwick in Scotland.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
We have the veneer of friendliness, but it's those people who are standing in the way of you winning, and I never really lose sight of why I'm there.
What does a campanologist do? David?
Rings bells.
He certainly rings bells.
A lot of people take the view that they're having a great day out, and if they win, it's in the hands of the gods.
Fourth one.
Index finger.
You got it, well played.
They might be lucky, but if you actually care about winning, you're far more likely to do well.
There are a lot of clever people, and I suppose if they can use the brains to their advantage, then why not?
The Italian Leonardo of Pisa, who lived from about...
Oriel Stainer.
Fibonacci. Fibonacci is right.
I didn't conceive of quiz shows as a sort of financial prospect, really, until I left university. I didn't have a job, and I was phoned up by the producers of a show called Win Beadle's Money.
Just a minute. How come we're getting contestants that have done university challenges? It's my money we're playing for. Who's picking these people?
It just struck me there and then. I thought this would be a very good way of supplementing my meagre income. So I went on it and won £670, which was very useful.
Well done, David.
From then on, really, I began to take a slightly more mercenary view of quiz shows.
So I'm very, very pleased to only have to give you £200 on top of your £470, which is all it was sorted out later.
As Dave went from being top of the form to the strongest link, he doubled his money again and again, from 600 quid to a small fortune.
Give him a big hand. He goes away with £64,000. Congratulations.
My friends at Law College now refer to me as Quiz Show or Quiz Show Dave, which I'm not sure whether I love or hate. I'm very keen on studying the format of the show, because it's possible that there may be a flaw in it which you can exploit to your advantage within the rules. And Raise the Roof had a flaw.
It even sounds complicated to me now. I remember it working, but it took some thinking about when you were doing it.
One of the rounds involved the contestants betting a certain amount of money. And if they won the money, and if they got it wrong, they'd lose the money.
So, Judy, David and Barbara, welcome to round 2. I'm going to give you a stake of £500 each to play with.
I realised that if you actually bid a lower amount than either of the other two people, you wouldn't be last. You'd still be in. You'd be in the two people who went on.
I bid £51, please, Bob.
£51, OK.
And although you could win some money on the way, the big money was the final big prize, and that's what I wanted.
Barbara?
£50, please, Bob.
£50. So, David, yes?
I'll bid £1, Bob.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
All right. You're obviously not one who takes risks.
I went out there, I bid £1, and it worked.
The last category, please.
Wildlife.
David's tactics saw him through to the final question, and the chance to win a dream home.
The narwhal.
That's right.
Show was flawed, and they didn't do anything about it. I thought that they would pull me up and tell me to play properly, that I was spoiling their game, and they didn't.
David, you've won that wonderful cottage in Somerset. Here with our compliments are the keys. I never realised that anybody had actually been clever enough to work it out. Good for him.
A cunning plan can be your key to quiz show success, and they say that two heads are better than one.
The one born first was my brother. He's 20 minutes older than me, and he does play on that fact quite a lot. I'm 20 minutes better looking, 20 minutes more intelligent. But he's a little bit smaller, a bit bigger everywhere.
Kevin and Ross, join me to play for £30,000 in our final round of The Waiting Game.
The crafty twins thought that they had the measure of the game's format and felt certain their double whammy would bag the prize money.
The next time you see each other, you may be very rich.
The tactic we had, we felt sure would see us through to the end with a decent sum of money.
First question. Which British actress played the title role in the 1983 film Educating Rita?
Because the show's based on counting to 10 seconds in your head before answering to get a maximum number of points or cash, what we decided was that I would count to 10, and if I got to 9 and Ross hadn't answered and I knew the answer, I would buzz in.
Oh, did you think you counted a full 10 seconds?
I thought I did.
No, you didn't, but it's for £3,000.
Julie Walters.
It's Julie Walters. You've got £3,000.
So it would be dependent upon Ross answering whether I would answer, which worked quite well.
Oh, you waited a while. Do you think you waited to 5,000?
No.
No. Why not?
3,000.
Why not?
It's my tactic. When it came to the final question, that's when it all went a bit awry.
You still have £16,000, but only if you answer one more question in 7 seconds.
The money was in the bag.
On a weather map, what is the name for a line that joins points of equal atmospheric pressure?
It took me a second or so to get the answer into my head, and at that point I'd forgotten to start counting. Why he didn't do it, I don't know. Then everything comes together and you forget to actually answer.
You ran out of time. What happened there?
I was waiting for him. You don't have £16,000.
No, you don't.
I couldn't think of it, so I thought I'd leave it, and I should have buzzed out and said, look, we don't know the answer, let's go on to another question.
What were you doing? You had
Waiting for him.
£16,000.
Yeah. We lost the whole lot. £16,000. I was very annoyed.
Whose fault is that? His fault.
I should have buzzed in and said we didn't know the answer. But I blame it all on Kevin.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No one knew what had happened. The whole atmosphere in the studio just dropped. Producers had come out to watch it. 2 women burst into tears in the audience.
Do you want to know the answer?
I know the answer.
What's the answer then?
Isobar.
Well, why didn't you answer that?
I was waiting for him to answer.
Oh, so why?
If
Why?
you knew the answer, why didn't you answer? All you could hear was a tirade of 4-letter words, so they made us go back and do it again. I didn't know it, no. Yeah, but our tactic was him to buzz in before me. We ended up doing the ending 3 times.
It's very ugly here, but listen, the good news is you got to meet me.
Lovely. We went outside and the producer says, oh lads, that was terrible. Everyone thought you were going to win. Everyone was really going for you and thought you were going to have £16,000 there. But don't worry, because it will make great TV.
There's such violence coming off of you, I'm almost frightened.
This is BBC One.
After the break, we investigate the strange world of the brainy quizzer, who thinks that it's about what you know, not what you win.
Rachel, what is an egghead?
It's a some intellectual person who's a bit clever about it.
A very good description there, Rachel. 2 marks.
These are the Beckhams and Owens of the Quiz Premiership. There's no Ferraris or Gucci loafers, but a trophy cabinet stuffed with winners' medals from Mastermind to 15 to 1. When you've spent a lifetime in pursuit of trivia, winning on quiz shows is the payback.
I think there's a kind of subclass now of addicts, and they spend all their time working on their general knowledge, specifically to do well in quizzes.
Which element, atomic number 18, was discovered by two men in 1894?
People think it's rather a silly thing, or a rather foolish thing, or downright nerdy. I don't think that's really quite the right attitude.
Which pop group, founded in 1978, took their name having appeared at Barbarella's Club in Birmingham? And that's Eric.
Duran Duran.
Duran Duran.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I think there are some normal people who do quizzes, but perhaps not everyone is that normal.
For 25 years, one show summed up the quest for general knowledge supremacy. Fiendish questions fired by a grand inquisitor with a spotlight in your eyes, and all for a glass bowl. Perfect.
You have 2 minutes on Impressionist and Post-Impressionist painting.
Mastermind was a totally original idea, and it was thought up in a nightmare by our late producer Bill Wright, who'd been captured by the Gestapo and interrogated quite severely. He had a nightmare in which he was at the Spanish Inquisition, and the faces of the red-robed cardinals were those of his Gestapo interrogators, and all he answered was name, rank, number, and the idea came to him. Your name, occupation, specialized subject.
Your chosen specialized subject.
The life and career of Beniamino Gigli.
Italian Renaissance painting.
Tsar Nicholas II.
Hello and welcome to the final of Mastermind 1974.
The nightmare became a reality for a much-fancied young student who had breezed her way to the grand final of 1974. Surely her name was already on that attractive glass thingy.
Miss Susan Reynolds, student at Lady Margaret Hall, Oxford.
Susan Reynolds. She was a brilliant young student, swept through the earlier rounds. I think she must be about the most brilliant person we ever had on Mastermind. And the public were so much behind her because they warmed to the idea of this bright young thing doing so well. And then the disaster.
What is your special subject this time?
British ornithology.
You have 2 minutes on British ornithology, Miss Reynolds, starting now. What's the popular name for the bony structure called the furcula?
Pope's nose.
No, it's a wishbone.
She arrived late, as white as a ghost.
Pass.
But she insisted on going on, so I thought, okay, she's all right.
What island has a puffin on its stamp?
And then she started missing sitters.
Who was the curate who first identified the leaf warblers by their songs?
Pass.
Where did David Lack do his classic field study of the robin?
Pass.
Where was the first British bird observatory established?
Pass, pass, pass. Then I knew that she was in serious trouble.
And at the end of that round, Miss Reynolds, you have scored 5 points.
Because this was not the Susan Reynolds of old. It was a very low-scoring final anyway. The winner won with 21 points. She would have won with 35, I'm quite sure, if she'd been on form.
Miss Reynolds, thank you.
Susan, I'll never forget. She was enchanting, and I'm sure she still is enchanting.
28 years later, Magnus set out to solve the mystery of the day a mastermind became a disaster mind.
Susan.
I'm glad to see you again.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, and you?
I was convinced that you were going to walk it. In fact, I once called you the greatest champion we never had. And then on the afternoon of the final, you appear in the doorway. You stand there as white as parchment and clearly not well.
Well, I was getting changed at the hotel, and it was quite a windy day. I remember the window was open, and I think there was a cross draft between the window and the door. And I put on my dress, and I was just bending down to fasten my shoes, and the handle whacked me over the eye and knocked me out. No idea how long it took me to come round and compose myself, and I was doing everything in slow motion. I felt like my own ghost. But in the first round, the questions I could normally have answered with no trouble at all were sailing past me like a ball just going out of reach.
What is a first schedule bird?
One which may not be, which may be shot or trapped in town by authorised persons.
No.
And I could see two of you,
Yeah.
which was unnerving to say
Fair
the
enough
least.
seeing one. Yes.
And passed on 6. The British bird with the most feathers is a mute swan, which has about 20,000.
But no one loves a loser like us Brits, as Susan found out.
I'd had so much support from people I'd never met in my life, letters from everywhere. Inmates in Broadmoor, among others, and together with more, we might say, normal people.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Joan. What did I say? Thank you, clock.
So what about this for a conundrum? How many editions of Countdown have there been since it revolutionized the tea times of the elderly in 1982?
Why are you excited, Tracy? Just to be here.
Answer, over 3,300. But how many competitors have scored 0? Not many.
I think everyone's fear when they come on is that they'll get no points. It very rarely happens. There was a chap called John Brooks, and I think he was the first one ever out of 600 games. John Brooks, challenging Mark Preston. John to go first.
The vowel, please, Kathy.
Yes. A.
Constant, please.
I had seen him do his 2 previous shows. I didn't particularly feel intimidated, although I could obviously see that he was a very good contestant. I did actually think of the word that he came up with, but I saw it and immediately rejected it and didn't give it another thought.
Yes, John.
8. And I thought, well, 8 letters, that's a pretty good start.
Good start. Mark.
9.
9.
And then we came out with a 9, I thought, well, you know.
Well, let's hear the 8.
Tracings.
Tracings. Tracings for an 8. Might come back to that if you don't accept the 9, which is?
Recasting.
Back in my days when I was at school, such words used to be hyphenated.
Recasting is a totally valid 9-letter word. Well done.
And then, but of course, it was allowed. I thought, I'm an 18-0 in the first round, you know. And I thought, how do I get back for this? When the clock starts going, I think there's a degree of mental block creeps in, and then suddenly it's the countdown to the last few seconds. You think, oh my God, I haven't got a word.
Yes.
And then you sort of struggle and find sort of some 3-letter word or something.
3. What have you got?
Dim.
Dim?
Is how I feel.
No, you don't feel. Listen, there's no way you're dim on this programme.
But I didn't think I'd disgrace myself at all. I think in every round, I think he only beat me by the 1 letter in each case.
Well, John, you got no points so far. Nil point.
It was never my intention to end up with no points at all. Far from it. When I realised that's what I'd done, then I thought, oh, well, this is a record.
Well, now, John, you said you were going for the record. In fact, I'm delighted to say you have actually achieved the record, because in all the 670-odd editions of Countdown so far, no one has ever achieved no points after 9 rounds. So, John Brooks, a great record holder. Well done.
It was good fun seeing what goes on behind the camera, meeting quite well-known people, and the famous Richard Whiteley, of course. Had to put up with Giles Brandreth.
This is my little GB, isn't he sweet? Yes, you come and say hello to Frida.
I find his mannerisms a bit irritating, and the fact that he's shorter than he actually appears, because he actually sat on a cushion during the show. But he was not too bad.
And you know, he and John Brooks got a lot in common, because he's never scored anything either.
I always feel terribly sorry for the loser. I really do. At the end of the day, there's nothing at stake. I mean, not a lot of money's at stake, not a lot of prestige is at stake, it's just good fun.
I thought you should have a booby prize, and I was heading for that, you see.
You will not win the booby prize, in that sense. Thank you. We will now at the score.
Hello
Hello, and welcome to another edition of University Challenge. This week, the teams represent Footlights College, Oxbridge. Yes, that's the spirit. And Scumbag College. Yes, well, representing...
In reality, a place on the famous double-decker lineup is as prized as a place at Oxbridge itself, only open to an intellectual super elite. Isn't it? In fact, the worst ever team on the programme were from Newhall College, Cambridge.
If we're going to be losing, we might as well lose so spectacularly that we will go down in people's memory. And we have had a real giggle, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Achieving some notoriety. I don't know if kudos might be the right word.
Hello, welcome to another first-round match of University Challenge and more reassurance that the taxpayers' money isn't being wasted on higher education, we hope.
I wasn't intimidated at all, which probably I should have been.
Yeah, went in quite relaxed. And with a kebab stain on my T-shirt as well. Did you? Yeah.
Fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. Which breed of small dog, not...
Nottingham Golding.
Pekingese.
Nottingham Quin. Stroboscope. Nottingham Charles.
These opponents were clearly not.
Muppets.
The Muppet Show is right.
I actually didn't use the buzzer for the entire programme. The first question that came up, I went to hit it, but I think it was Rachel who got there first.
Published in 19...
Newhall Coleman.
So I forgot.
Oh, bad luck, you lose 5.
And ever after that, I was just whispering and giggling.
There's plenty of time, Newhall. Here's a starter question. Dick and Barbara Dravitz play the trombone and trumpet in the New Orleans...
One of the questions involved which jazz musician plays with this band.
But who is their well-known clarinet player?
I'm just buzzing in, going, I know this, I know this.
Monday nights.
Newhall Davies.
Benny Goodman. And then you look at the look that you're getting from Jeremy Paxman.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. On some Monday nights in Michael's pub in
Nottingham Golding.
It's Woody Allen. It is Woody Allen, yes.
I don't know when I realised that the point of no return had been reached. Probably around about the -15 mark.
And they actually stopped taking further points off us.
It looks bad, Newhall, but we're not even halfway yet.
And then I really realised it was just a landslide.
Nottingham Golding.
Jeremy Paxman sitting there going, come on, girls, come on. I'm like, that's fine from where you're sitting. If you cock up a question, you get to refilm it. Unfortunately, we don't get like half an hour to go, I know this, I do.
Newhall Shaw.
Christopher Dean.
Christopher Dean, hooray!
Drunk with power and fame, getting that correct answer turned Rosie Shaw into a trigger-happy, silly buzzer.
I don't think we really needed any encouragement to keep on buzzing.
Don't be deterred from buzzing in, Newhall. It's the best way back. Helps if you got the right answer, but just keep on doing it.
There was plenty of buzzing going on as it was.
Newhall Shaw.
Ballroom dancing.
Oh, bad luck.
Newhall Shaw.
Miller.
Nope.
Newhall Shaw.
Winston Churchill.
No, you lose 5 points.
To be fair, though, he'd said, have a go. Getting it wrong's better than not trying at all.
Heaven.
Nope.
So, Rosie
got it wrong.
But it was making the effort.
Good on her. She kept in there when I think I really had given up. Okay. Don't know.
Oh, don't give up, please. It's budding.
Well, you started crying at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. After you finish the whole show, they make you film the bit, I'm Sarah Davis, I'm blah, 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 studying whatever. But that's after you've been ritually humiliated. So I'm sat there going, hi, I'm Sarah Davis, I live in Oxford. I just want to go now.
I want to be as kind to you as I possibly can, Newhall, but it's a terrible score.
I believe that we're now not the worst team ever.
Really?
Mm. Well, there was always that girl who threw up.
Coming up, losers share their memories of the host who makes Paxman look a pussycat.
Patrick, how are you doing as a writer?
I was all right until tonight. Now I'm so abjectly scared. I'm going to run away and hide in the toilet for the next 10 years. You stop staring at me, please. It's really disconcerting.
Barbara, is the anaconda snake native?
For brave Barbara, it's back home after yet another drubbing.
I knew the answer was south, but my problem is I don't listen to the questions. I jump straight in.
Barbara, what H is the name given to a group of buffalo or bison?
And I knew it was a herd.
Brenda, in the children's nursery rhyme, give the line which usually follows, Old King Cole was a merry old soul.
And a merry old soul was he. Now, I would have liked her 3 questions. I could have got all of her 3 right.
It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Barbara.
Oh.
Barbara.
Oh, dear.
Barbara.
Oh.
Barbara.
Barbara.
And I thought, well, I'm not going to die from this. And I turned mine over and went, oh, Lucy. And then Dawn voted for Lucy as well. She's now my friend, Dawn.
Lucy.
That was me laughing in the background.
So, Barbara.
Yes, Anne.
With 7 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Must be the season of the wind.
Weakest Link is a show which is largely dedicated to failure and has a tiny little bit of success at the end.
I'm not some kind of saint, but I would find it very difficult to sit there saying to someone, well, you're a bit thick, aren't you? Fancy not knowing that? You know, I would find that impossible.
The idea of humiliation on television. I find it a rather disagreeable trait in people that they want to watch it. And I find it compulsive.
My name's Andrew Morton, I'm 48 years old, and I write groundbreaking biographies.
My name is Tony Hawks, I'm 40, and I write hilarious books.
I'm Jilly Cooper, and I'm 64, and I write steamingly sexy novels.
What's so wonderful about Celebrity Weakest Link is the way that the celebrities behave just like the normal punters. They are completely cowed by Anne Robinson, and they stand there like small children in front of the headmistress, and they get so many questions wrong.
The Eurostar train runs from the UK to France, and which other European country?
Paris.
Oh. Belgium.
New York.
Washington, D.C.
Own mediocrity.
Incompetence.
Everyone said to me, when Anne Robinson turns those headlights on you, you'll be completely immobilised, paralysed with fear.
Toby, stand up straight, take your hands out of your pockets.
And I'm like, well, I'll be able to deal with it, no problem. But the moment she asked me a question, I got complete brain freeze. You know, I was like... The first person she attacked was Tony Hawks.
Give me a line from one of your hilarious books.
He handled her brilliantly. No. She then turned to me.
Toby, have you been bald long?
I couldn't think of anything to say in response, and I just looked like a complete fool.
Well, Toby, what can we say? You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
One thing you don't realise is that between each round there's a break in which the contestants step down from their podiums and go and mingle in the middle. It's during these down periods that you can make all kinds of alliances with the other players.
Now that seems to me to be traducing the whole tradition of what quizzing should be about, which should be about finding who is best on the night.
When one of Britain's best-known game show winners had his second shot at the weakest link and lost, it caused an unholy row.
Geronimo! I was asked if I'd like to be on the All Winners show. Of course, I said yes, great.
What are the first 2 words of the Lord's Prayer in English?
Our Father.
Correct.
I scored £1,000 of cash, 3 questions right, and I was all set to go on and win this game.
David.
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 And I was voted off.
David. The good Lord took his eye off the ball, perhaps.
I think it's kick the vicar time.
You might be right, but, David, it's votes that count. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
So I went off, and I sort of went in a sort of prima donna rage. And, oh, boy, I wish I hadn't done it. I feel absolutely furious that I've been voted off. I put a lot of effort into that game. It was only meant to be in the spirit of acting. I mean, I'm not really a sourpuss, I hope. I felt that they voted for me because many of them were sure that I was going to be the ultimate winner. I went on, and I thought, well, that's it, you know, end of story. And the next morning, it was headline news. TV Rev's weakest link rant, and a picture of me looking like death. It was absolutely... I opened the page, and there it was. It said goodbye and good riddance. And on all the local radio stations that day, there were phone-ins about whether people like me should be on the show. And most amusing, really, at 11 o'clock I had a phone call from the BBC, and they said, "Oh, David, we're terribly sorry about what's happened. Now, would you like a team of counsellors to come and see you?" Well, I will not repeat what my answer was, but it ended with the phone being put down.
Quiz show fads may come and go, but some traditions remain sacred, such as the ancient art of saying the first and stupidest thing that comes into your head.
This is a composer, German by birth. You're bound to know his Handel. Who is it?
Hans Watermuse.
Well, so who's the composer?
Supply the missing words to complete the title of a children's story. The Princess and the...
Polka.
A generic word for any living animal or plant, including bacteria and viruses. Orgasm. There are reasons which I won't go into that I can't accept.
There are some items which not many people know, and there are other items which lots of people know, and that's all there is to it.
Somebody said to me not long ago that there is no question so easy that somebody won't get it wrong. And I know what they mean by that.
What's a popular name for a fictional murder mystery?
But there's one show that starts with such easy-peasy sitters that no one could get them wrong. I mean, come on. Could they?
Who done it? His right answer got £100.
The question is so easy that people laugh when they give the answer, because the idea that someone wouldn't know this is just ridiculous.
Plump rabbit, stout dog, podgy pig, fat cat. It's a fat cat. It's fat cat's right answer, got £200.
Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the show. We start with a complete...
Familiar show, but a different face. This is Ireland's version, where Patrick Hoey had the dubious honour of becoming the first ever millionaire, leaving the studio empty-handed.
I should have known it. It was just one of those things, you know, I just didn't happen to know it, and that was it.
And for £500, have a look at this one. What is a female rabbit called?
Not too sure on this.
A jenny, a queen, a sow, or a doe?
I mean, it's happened to me. You know, I've sat there opposite thinking, do you know, for 200 quid, I haven't got a clue. I'm sitting looking at this question thinking, I haven't got a clue.
What is it not, Patrick?
It's not a sow. So I narrowed it down to Jenny and Doe. I think it's a Jenny.
But you have 3 lifelines.
Yes, yes. You know. Thought about using the 50-50, and a lot of the time it ends up being the 2 answers you're after saying, so I said, no, I'm not going to use that. I didn't want to phone a friend, so I said I'd just ask the audience. I think I'll ask the audience, Kay.
All right, you're called in quickly tonight, audience, on your...
The difficulty of using the audience is that they may know nothing more than you do. Indeed, they may know less than you do, or they may be completely misinformed.
Right, 56% of our audience go for a Jenny.
There's not a lot of times that people actually go again that kind of percentage, so I just said, well, I'll go with that one. It wasn't a huge percentage, but it was enough to kind of sway me. So I went with 56%.
A doe is a deer, a female deer.
Female deer? We're that far.
I'll go with Jenny.
You're going with Jenny?
Yes. And the audience got it spectacularly wrong.
Do you know? They're wrong. The correct answer is a doe. Patrick, I'm terribly sorry. Correct answer is a doe, which means that you leave with nothing.
And he said, that's the wrong answer. His exact words he used, he said, "That's the wrong answer," and I was kind of like, whoa. Taken aback. I was taken aback, all right, yeah.
Thanks for being a lovely competitor. Well done. Give him a round of applause.
For Patrick, losing didn't end when he walked out of the TV studio. Back home in County Wicklow, someone was on the phone, but it wasn't a friend.
A couple of days after, we got anonymous phone calls from some sad individuals just saying that, you know, we let them down, you know, how could you get such a simple question wrong? 99% of the population of the town were saying, well, hard luck, you know, that kind of way, but then you had the small percentage. I think you had that everywhere anyway, so the way I look at it is only one day in my life. It's 28 years of age, and one day out of 28 years is not bad, like, you know. We all make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. So what, I made it in front of, what, 1 million people on television? Big deal.
On your right, we have Tony Gold from Horton-Lee Spring.
I've really made such a mess of it.
Well done, off to Amsterdam. Julian's still to get in the game. You got married quite recently, didn't you?
2 years ago. Oh, I can rap as well, you know.